Hello everyone, I'm Aarti Manosekar. Welcome to this episode of Dexian Talks, an initiative by Dexian India. Today's episode is a special one for two reasons. First reason, we are shooting this episode on a Diwali day with our guest who has come down from the US to celebrate Diwali here in India, Mr. Naman Kher, Vice President, Head of IT Solutions, Dexian, a Warren Executive and a 40 under 40 honoree. Mr. Naman brings nearly 2 decades of experience in global technology transformation, innovation and AI-driven solutions. Secondly, I have personally requested Mr. Kumar Rajagopalan to be the host because their friendship goes a long way and it only feels right for Kumar to lead the conversation. So over to you, Kumar.
Absolutely. Thank you, Aarti. I'll try my best.
Sure.
Thank you. Thanks, Naman. Thanks for coming to India, and that too on a Diwali day. It's been a great to see you every time, but on a special day like this, it's always a pleasure for all of us in India to welcome you.
Thanks, Kumar, for having me. I know it's Diwali, kind of missing family, but yeah, I mean, it's always so good to come and see the teams and how great the team is doing. So I'm really excited. And this is my first podcast, so let me tell you guys, thanks, Kumar, for coming and personally hosting me. At least I'll be at ease, so thank you.
Fantastic, fantastic. So before even we go, very serious topic, Diwali, and we cannot miss Diwali, and especially people in India and being roots here. How much you are missing Diwali? How much Diwali shaped up your overall life?
Diwali, I'm missing Diwali. First of all, I'm missing my wife Sheena, my 2 kids, Samara and Zoe. It's difficult to have Diwali without family, as you know. And Diwali has shaped up my life. Like as a kid, we all are so excited with bursting crackers, lights, festival. It spreads positivity. So I'm glad that I'm in India to spread that positivity with my team and getting to learn a lot of things. But at the same time, I will say a bit nostalgia, missing my family. But yeah, I get to see my parents, so that kind of covers it up.
Okay. How did it transform your life, being part of these festivals and from the young age to now? How did it transform you as a person?
I mean, see, India it's a land of multitude culture, multitude language, and festival is a core part of our existence and DNA. It did have an impact because every now and then, if you look at the way the Purana, I mean, I'm not a psychologist, but let me try to tell you, when you get into day-to-day too much, you need to detox and relax, and you need to find something to celebrate. I feel festivals are a perfect detour of doing that. So it has shaped me up because I'm a taskmaster. Like I like to do things and I really get hard on myself. But when this festival come, 2 days switching off, and that has helped me transform personally in the sense that it gives me that slight window to come back to normal, enjoy life, enjoy your friends, family, hang around with them, and yeah, come back to normal.
Fantastic. But of course, festival is one part of life generally. But if I really look at it, in fact, I can tell you from my side, there are parts of Diwali like festivals which is carrying you, and there are parts of early childhood with the friends and a lot of things which are going around, always in the playground. Not much study. It's about like how many friends you make it, and a bat and ball is enough to spend the whole day.
Correct.
How much of all these things transformed your life? What you are right now, from what you look back in your childhood, like how much it has transformed you as a person right now?
I think transformation, one thing I'll tell you about my personal life, something Kumar on a similar topic which has transformed me is, I'll give a lot of credit to my dad. So I come from a typical Indian middle class family. My dad was pretty hardworking, but one thing he has paid dividend on to his children was being an all-rounder. I had to do music, I had to play hard, every sport, I had to be out. So I don't know if you know, I played district under 14. I was state champion in arm wrestling. Now I don't wrestle you around, but I did arm wrestling. So he ensured that part and aspect of a human being is critical to shape the entire narrative. So if you ask me what transformed or like how it transformed me, that part initially in my career have transformed me to be an all-rounder. Being one-dimensional or one domain never cut with my dad. So in short, you have to be all-rounder, jack of all trades, master of some, not master of none.
So
He said, yeah.
Kapil Dev said Sachin Tendulkar, Muhammad Ali, A.R. Rahman, everything put together.
So mix of everything, but nowhere close to them. Yeah. So.
Okay, so how has it been a journey? It's like kind of you touched, you wanted to become an all-rounder. You wanted to make sure that like everything is perfect, jack of all trades, master for some of these items. But when it comes to the professional, you kind of journeyed into an IT world, or journeyed into IT companies in the management side of it. How did it transform? Because like none of these, when you do your childhood, is going to be part of what you are today.
Yeah.
It has lost all the significance what you had earlier.
Yeah. So it's an interesting question you asked. So I'll start from the scratch. I was picked up in campus by Infosys, and you know what? I was a mechanical engineer. What they did to me was, I wouldn't say something brutal, but in 8 weeks, I passed on an exam which is equivalent to 4 years of MS in US. So that was my transformation. I had to, not 8 weeks, I would say 2 months. So that 2-3 months were dreadful. We were always dreading, like, if we fail, what will happen? So that what if have always been a constant. So I started from that mindset, and then from there, yes, I did good early in my career, but I went into management around 10-12 years back. And I'll tell you, Kumar, I was fortunate to be at the right place at the right time with the right set of people. I've realized one thing: when opportunity knocks your door, don't doubt. It's okay to fail. So my previous boss, I think, gave me this opportunity. Salesforce projects were starting. Within a previous company, there was not too many people who did Salesforce. I said, I'll pick it up. And from a project manager to practice manager to increasing revenue 40-50x, I think it has been a journey. And especially when I picked this thing for Dexian, I was doing pretty well in my previous job. Look, I had no complaints. I had a big, beautiful team. I had good set of people. But I think I felt somewhat I was getting a bit sluggish. I mean, like, I was getting too comfortable. And one mantra of my life is, if you get comfortable, I don't know, it's just a mindset thing. It's just, I'm very paranoid. If I get too lazy or too comfortable, that means, I have to learn to unlearn. So I had to do it to myself. That's how I came to Dexian, and it has been a fantastic journey ever since after that.
So is that one quality which you always say that takes you forever?
Yes, and that is the same quality, Kumar. On a separate topic, when I met the teams here, I've told them, learning is a constant. Change management is a constant. I mean, you look how the world is transforming, Kumar. I think we are living in a world where things can be done 80, 90, 100x speed. So if we don't transform, I keep telling it to myself, you will remain in your own cocoon and a world, but when you remove your cocoon, the world would have moved on, because world is moving. So you got to move and you got to change. So yeah.
True. And see, some of the things which I always resonate, like there are few mentors who takes your journey to the next level, it's the second orbit level. What you know, you will practice, but what you don't know is what the mentor would teach you to take you to that next level. Probably is like kind of, since you said in the beginning about Purans and things like that. So Hanuman did not know that like he had the powers, but it was told to him by another of his general, Jambawan, and say that like you have the powers, and he got that one done. So there are so many mentors in a way. I don't want you to name any person if you're not comfortable, but like one quality of that mentor which has taken you to that level.
Actually, I looked up to many people in my life, but I'll tell you one thing, one thing which stuck and changed my career. And it would have happened to most of us. I think when you're in your early 30s, at your prime, doing everything right, you want to be a hero. Look, I think, who doesn't like limelight? I had this thing. Me, only me. I think I just remember that one conversation which one of my previous bosses, he called me to the side and said, what is the difference between lead and a leader? Because it was always me and I. I did this, I did that. And of course, there was the maturity gap, and I don't expect myself to be mature in my late 20s and early 30s. So he said one thing. Difference between lead and a leader is, leader takes everybody together, and it's not I. And difference between a lead is you will only have this level of mindset, and you'll kind of cut your journey here. So you decide you want to be lead or a leader. After that conversation, I shouldn't be saying it, but I say, hey, what is he saying, man? He doesn't know anything. But then I have this one quality, Kumar, that my dad taught me, and my wife keeps professing it. Like, I've been married like 16 years. Always take feedback. Feedback is good, but always think over it, what is right and where you are wrong. And you're not perfect, you're not God, so you will make mistakes. So when I took that part, Kumar, I realized I was wrong. So difference between a lead and a leader, and once I got to know that I have to take everybody, that is one thing, Kumar, has changed me significantly. So you asked a question about a mentor. I think that one statement of taking everybody together, he said a lot of things in that one thing which actually transformed me as a
Great. So you spoke about your the childhood days and the Indian way of festivals, and of course the father's dream. So one by one you kind of build it. What was your dream when you were young?
Honestly, it kept changing by minute. So one day I want to be a pilot, then the other day I want to be a policeman because they had power. Other day I want to be a cricketer. My dream was to get a job and be settled and have a good car. That was, my dreams were not too big. I just wanted to have a settled life. But God has been gracious and kind, and that's the honest answer, Kumar.
So there are so many people right now is like kind of in India, and that too in an age group of 28, and they are also chasing their dreams. What's your advice to them? Because I know sometimes we all say a car and a bungalow is enough for me, and still the dream keeps expanding.
Yeah.
And a car becomes slowly becoming a smaller Honda Civic car to you build it in such a way that like you want a BMW. From BMW you then go into the next one.
Yeah.
So there is no limit to it.
Correct.
And at some point of time with a gold-plated Rolls Royce also is like kind of a thing. But how do you dream first, and how do you make sure that the dreams are pursued? If you can take from your life that like it has changed you, because you won the 40 and 40 leadership, and you also been some of the MBA programs and toppers in those MBA programs. Something which is like kind of igniting the fire always, though it's not just a car and a bungalow. It is much more than that. So how did it all transform?
Yeah, I mean that's a loaded question. I think one thing which you asked me initially, this 26, 28 years, my only piece of advice, and look, I'm not in an age bracket where because I'm still learning, I'm not say I'm perfect. I think being curious and learning. I think what I'm seeing right now these days, that people get bored very easily. In our time, if a boss says something has to be done, it was a matter of life and death. We have to make it done. You know what I'm talking, right? I hope you come from the same era. I don't want to go in ages, but so that
slightly older era.
No, I'm still 20, so I'm not. I'm still younger. But on a serious note, I think if people can imbibe that learning culture and take things in job seriously and not get bored very easily, because it takes time to learn. That's one thing. And to pursue one dreams, Kumar, like I said, right, too middle class, but now in the past 5 years I've started dreaming big, because my dreams are not about me. It's about, if you have a responsible job where you're responsible of livelihood of more than 1,000 people, you got to be responsible. So I think I dream that how can you transform people's life and create an impact? Just like you and I have shared that
Absolutely.
same philosophy, right?
Absolutely.
It's not about the power, the cars. I think all of that is objects which will move. It's about human value. When somebody comes and tells me, you know what, they learned something new from me, some good perspective, or they did something good for that what kind of excites me, and then those are the kind of dreams I'm chasing. My dream is just be happy. Let the people who work with you should find a space. Everybody. Let me think it, right? Let me put it this way. Dreams are dreams until they get real. I have been lucky, and I'm telling you, it's not, if I can get lucky, everybody can.
Fantastic. So even when you're pursuing the dreams, there is one question which always comes into my mind. there are so many youngsters whom I'm seeing. You can do anything which you want to achieve the dream. But there are certain values which are there when you are achieving the dream. The real happiness comes for me is like kind of when you follow the happiness and the dream is pursued. What's your take? Is like kind of do you follow the probably person like me, which is a category, or there is a B category who wants to be successful, wants to go whatever way. Does not matter what the value is and things like that. So, what's the take on the success and the dreams?
So success and the dream, and especially the value part, I think transparency, integrity, empathy, authenticity, and ingenuity. I love Dexian because I think all these values what we have is part of core. So you can get success, as you said, right? There are many ways, but you know what? There is one thing which one has to remember that could be short-lived, but I believe in karma. So I always know of two things. I sleep with a pillow of integrity and my blanket is full of confidence because I have not done something wrong. And that's the value principle. If you be right, do right when nobody is watching. I think Maroof and I always talk about, right? When nobody is watching, you just do the right thing. So as long as you follow the ethical and moral principles, Kumar, I think you got nothing to worry.
Yeah, absolutely, because I keep saying this one. You can be in any industry in India, which can be manufacturing, can be anything which is out there. You are servicing the local customers, so which means that like you are part of the family, and within a family you can do whatever which you want to because people will adjust.
Correct.
But when it comes to IT and ITES segments, generally is like kind of your cross border, cross country. If you don't show the ethical side of it,
correct,
and you are not impacting now, you are impacting the future generations.
Yes.
So that's why it's like kind of it's very important to follow the values. So, and you guys are actually made it because you all travel from India all the way to the other side of the shore and holding the flag and say that like, okay, these are the people have come from India and achieving with the values, with the purpose. So that's in fact that's the one which I always say to people, that like if you truly wanted to follow somebody, pick up a person from the office itself and ask them repeated questions like how they pursue. This is one of the reasons I wanted to kind of talk to you on this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also we could understand that like how we shaped up your leadership style, taking further into the professional side of it. I know you started with Infosys, but I'm not going to cover most of the other companies, but Dexian. You came into Dexian, and I know it was under a different leadership, but you started Dexian with a vision that like how you wanted to transform Dexian, especially the IT solutions team. So what was the thought going in your mind?
When I joined Dexian, I think I wanted to move back to US, and Mahfouz and Rajiv, my previous leader, was very kind to kind of get me this opportunity. When I joined Dexian, I have seen a lot of potential and scope where we can go and do a lot of creative stuff for the clients. So that's what excited me. I think we had 600 plus global clients, and this line of business have been doing pretty good. But then it had a lot of potential to explode. So that was the most exciting part, which kind of when I look back, right, which kind of got me excited for this job. So that is something I really look back, Kumar.
And those 600 plus clients, and of course for anybody it's kind of a dream look.
Correct.
So when after the interview, the very first day when you walked in, you looked at the whole environment, and I don't have to say, both Mahfouz and Maroof is very kind in terms of taking care of people, in terms of the personal aspirations as well as in terms of taking care of the rest of the organization in a way that like transform most of the lives of people. And it's a good coin word in the business for good, which they have used, and it's been there. But did it resonate on your first day when you visited the Dexian office?
It did. I mean, they took very good care of me. I think the way I was introduced to the team, the way I was onboarded, everything was taken so well care of. And I think one thing which I liked about the company and both the founders and my previous leadership and my current leadership, I think the core aspect of human value, which is respect and treating you, with all empathy, that still touches me every day. I'm still amazed and surprised that, we all also, and I think it flows down from the top, where the leaders are empathetic, and in your subconscious mind, you follow your leadership style, right? It comes from the top. So that creates a very comfortable environment, Kumar, right? For us to practice the empathy as well. So I try to practice that. The day I walked in Dexian and the day till today, there is not a single day I have not practiced it.
Fantastic. Has your leadership style changed after joining Dexian?
Actually, it has. And see, I think corporate is about business and finance. I think in Dexian it has taught me, and I'm so proud to say, you put people first, then follows business, then follows finance. Like our boss keeps saying, right? People, business, and finance. So the coining the word people before business and finance is a natural progression for a company like us, because people are a core assets and value. So yes, my leadership style have changed. That rather than focusing on revenue, margins, and target, focus on people, they're learning and caring. Results are eventually will follow.
Fantastic. And what's the vision for you for the IT solutions in the future?
It's a loaded question, Kumar. So I'll try to break it down into two parts. One, IT solution should be the world's best delivery organization. Whatever clients, every interaction we have, we want to treat our clients, showcase our core value to the clients, that we know our stuff, and whatever value we can deliver. I keep talking to my team. So be the world best delivery organization. Second, build world class solution. With AI, so many things are evolving. Think about automation, efficiency, and doing 20x of your capacity. How can I enable the human empowerment through the use of tools and technology? So my vision is, we should be going and capturing a lot of clients and show what Dexian IT solutions can actually transform, and working with them, and also treating every customer, no matter big or small, with the same empathy and respect. And I tell my customer, look, you call me, my line is 24/7. Doesn't matter, how much revenue you give me, you're still my customer, so I'm going to treat you the same. That's my vision, which we are setting up.
Fantastic. But the one part which you touched, not only the employees, you said that even the customers with the empathy. Do you think it's the differentiator in the industry right now, in terms of serving the customer and the experience which they get it?
It is, it is. I think what I see in our industry right now, until the stage of contract, I think different teams come in. You have been a salesman, we have seen sales, right? When you're selling, moon, stars, skies, everything will be shown, and then after that, you land on the ground. So one thing which we take a lot of emphasis and pride on is, we deliver what we say, because if it's not being done, the way we have set up the culture within the team, I get questioned a lot, and the various leaders. So it's all about the culture and the practice, and that's why I feel, customer likes to continue working with us. Small, big engagement, we treat them the same way, and most importantly, we say what we do and we do what we say.
Fantastic. So it's an interesting thought, which I always look at it in terms of Dexian's thing. We break down the short term and the long term. Of course, in a short term, I can tell you, you created the Kodathon to make people AI awareness. So many people, in fact, yesterday I was talking to people, they were very proud about what they have learned.
Yeah.
And you yourself is every day learning the AI. That's a buzzword right now, but leave the technology side of it. There is always a short-term aspirations and the goals and the planning which you need to do, and the long-term vision, the ITS, how you want it to evolve. Of course, the long-term vision need not be in terms of numbers. You spelled out what's the long-term vision vis-a-vis the industry. How do you balance the short-term and long-term in this scenario? Because every day there is a change. Every day there is, even the tariff wars are coming. There is technology change which is happening. The customers change, and what your 600 customers right now ask today may not be the same tomorrow.
Yeah.
How do you balance it out, all these things?
So Kumar, I think that's a very interesting question, short term. I think I'll try to answer it in a very different way. I have realized one thing in life: always weigh your life on two scales, controllables and uncontrollables. What can you control? Something which is within your power, something which is within. So learning is a constant, like I said. In short term, I mean, and that takes me to your question. In short term, what we can control, like you said, code AI-thon. AI is transforming the world. It's realistic. It's here to stay. So until we practice and embrace, so I've been talking to my teams and look, as leaders, we at times need to show them the way. And I was able to do 62 projects, Kumar, using use of AI. And then you're learning. AI is not perfect actually. It hallucinates. So a lot of things coming out may not be real, but you know what? It's a reality. It will stay. So if we do not embrace the change, we'll be left behind. So from that aspect, in short term, that's you learn, you unlearn, you keep telling the team. Another interesting fact, Kumar, Code AI-thon, now teams are so happy. We are giving them all the latest and greatest tools and technology, and they are seeing the power of the platform.
They're actually dancing, man. It's like I see people learning something new, gives them the pride that like they have learned something new.
Yes.
And it was actually missing at some point of time.
Correct.
And make people learn or learn the skill of learning is something which is like kind of a unique.
And also, you asked me long term. So long term, Kumar, I said, right, I cannot control, like you said, the various geopolitical scenario. I mean, those you cannot control. And you got to respect that and just live by it. We live in a very unpredictable world. But at the same time, you can control to be you can control your own destiny by learning, by being relevant, and by being lethal and potent. If you know your stuff, then you don't have nothing to worry, is what I have learned. Long term, we'll see how it goes. Is all I can tell you.
Fantastic. Now, when you started with the AI, in fact, while we are talking about the short term and long term, one thing which I think probably in the previous discussions, you mentioned AI done with intent. There was a lot of messaging which has come. I think it's not a phrase. I think you have a lot more messages that need to come for that one. What is that which you wanted to convey for the organizations, and especially for the clients, if you wanted to say that AI done with the intent? Is it anything which is measurable, tangible, or replacing humans, or what is that which you have it in mind?
See, AI done with intent, I think that's a loaded, I firmly believe in responsible AI. If you ask anybody to do a change management and you go out to talk to anybody saying AI is coming, the first thing they hear in the subconscious mind, AI is here to take my job away. So when I say, AI done with intent, it has to be responsible AI. You got to talk to your people that this is only for efficiency gain. You will only get 20x power and you will do more for less. I mean, for example, Kumar, I think I have seen with AI, look, when I'm talking to the teams and I'm telling them, you solve 1,000 tickets, 60 hours a week, 5 of you are struggling. But with AI, you can solve 1,500 tickets with 40 hours and you have an easy life. So that's where the responsible change management and also responsible AI comes into picture. So if the AI can be explainable, if AI can transform your day to day and make people more effective, that's what I feel, it's easy to embrace the change and people can then take it along from there. And more importantly, whatever results are coming out of AI, if we can explain why the machine took a decision, that is another. So there are multiple dimensions of AI, but critical dimension, Kumar, what I feel is human aspect.
That's right.
And the human element. How do you do the change management? Because with Industrial Revolution, I've said that I think we had a AI hackathon webinar podcast which we did in US. I said 3 things. If you look at Industrial Revolution, humans were very, very scared. Machine cannot replace human. You would still need human. Machine can do the same thing repeat time, but machine also gets fatigued, it failed. Human goes and fix it. So my point is, did Industrial Revolution replace the human? No. Yes, it made human more efficient, so human are doing something different. If I talk about technology era, look at cloud. When cloud was there, we all used to laugh, hey, who will send their data to cloud? But look, 60-70% of global workloads are sitting in cloud. With AI, it's an interesting phase because AI revolution is happening much faster. And I'll give you another anecdote, Kumar. The strategy which we made 6 months on it has become legacy. So earlier you could make a strategy and live by it for 3 to 5 years. You can learn one technology and retire on that. Not anymore. You got to learn everything new. It has become like a lawyer's job, right?
True.
Your laws are changing, so learn. That's why I say responsible AI with human aspect and human embracing it, I think will be the next set of evolution for human transformation.
Fantastic. So the transformation is, of course, happening everywhere, but the key aspect here is that during the human transformation, there are two things which always stand out for me. It always comes into my mind. One is the psychological transformation or the physical transformation. People are becoming lazy physically. People are becoming so much addictive. People are, in fact, becoming so, I would say, a slavery to the most of the gadgets. So that's a physical aspect of it is changing. Transformation is happening. The psychological transformation is like, do I lose my job? Do I need to learn constantly? Do I need to learn? Am I relevant in this environment? All those psychological things which are coming out. So adopting AI, more than a country or a society, it becomes too important for an individual to look at it. How much you have adopted the AI in your real life situations as a tech worker, as a leader, and as part of the ITS leadership running the organization, and your message to the people, those who are working with you, what should they do typically?
We are Dexian, in the business for good.